T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Can we talk for a minute? Come on and talk to me. That's what I wanna know. Come on and talk to me. Come on and talk to me, baby. Come on,
Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name.
Maybe this will help.
Every time.
You know what? You got to be grateful for those kind of things, bro. Every single time. That's a blessing. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on with y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help. What happened?
Nope, I was just saying what up to the people.
Oh, they said something to you?
Yeah, they wanted to. He was too busy talking.
Mike and his invisible friends. Welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help, the podcast, giving you that relationship talk you can relate to, the good, the bad, the alimony. We are here again another week. Thanks to you and your contributions to the cause, we have made it another week. I got to bring it up, man. They keep helping us make sure that we stay on air. So for those who have contributed to our Cash App, $, maybe this will help. We're here again. I just want you to know it's because of you. We pay this $88 a month to stay on. So appreciate you guys for showing up, man. Mike, anything you want to say to the people before we get started tonight?
No, happy Day of Love. I hope everybody, whether it was a family member, a boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, husband, wife, son, daughter, hope you guys got showed some love by somebody, even if it was yourself. You know what I mean? I hope everybody enjoyed their day yesterday and is enjoying their weekend. And I hope this will be the perfect cap before we get into this holiday tomorrow. Some of us are off, some of us are not.
What is the holiday tomorrow?
It is Donald Trump Day.
Oh, okay. Everybody wear orange. That's gonna be good, man. I'm looking forward to it. No, I gotta work. I don't get it.
What are you doing?
Huh?
I said or hood, either one, or white hood. I don't know. Whatever.
Wow.
I don't know.
Tonight is the night, man. I want you guys to know right now that I think Mike told me he had a meat coma. I'm not sure if that's how you refer to it. He had meat sweats.
That was before the gym. I'm good now.
Okay. Boy, I'll tell you one thing for sure. I know we're doing the best part of our week. I want to say my brother can grill a steak, man. My sister can season one. Those two together, they need to open up a business where they make these steaks. And my sister puts that secret little sugarcane sauce on top of it. It's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. My God. Oh my God.
It's a crazy situation. Damn.
It's a beautiful situation that I'm extremely grateful for. But yeah, go ahead. What was the best part of your week, man, before we get too deep into the show?
Best part of my week was actually yesterday. We hosted a little, I mean, even say hosted. We had some niggas come over. They ate. We all hung out.
True.
And then they went home. And that was
true.
That was good. It was good. It was a good time. Fellowship and laughter and jokes.
Fogo de Daniel. Not the child, man. I love this.
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is funny.
it wasn't a soiree. It was
Nah.
niggas just
Just
came over.
the closest
Two
of the
ankles.
close. That's it. You know,
Yeah.
get in, get out. What? Yeah.
I thought we were gonna
Ankles.
play some. I thought we were gonna play some games or something.
So
But
we were, but niggas seemed like, I don't know, they wasn't ready for no games. Was tired.
Tired was the last thing y'all was, because the way that DJ was. Anyway, favorite part of my week, man. Oh, this has been it's been a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'll say this on a serious note, man. This is just one of the favorite parts of my week. Friday at my job, we had a, what is it called? Black History Month presentation. So there's this guy, he has a Black History mobile museum, and he brought in like artifacts that he's gathered over the years.
Oh wow.
He had an actual Klansman hood. He had flyers from back in the day that from rallies that Malcolm X would put on, like not remakes, originals.
No way.
Toys that kids would play with that were like racially charged. Different letters from like Jackie Robinson, talking about like, you know, what was going on during that time. Like a lot of authentic pictures. A lot of people left upset. You know what I'm saying? Because like the truth was triggering. And so I got there halfway through, and I walked in. I was like, "Dang, y'all all right?" It was a rough one, but man, it was good to know. The theme of it all was that in order to keep our story alive, we got to keep telling the truth. So that was just good to be in a room with that, and I made a connection there that made me real happy. There was a guy there who had like real life paraphernalia from like World War, I think 1 or 2.
Damn.
And I'm gonna get my numbers together. Anyway, he was able to get information because, you know, my grandmother was enlisted. I think she was in the Navy. Never who her baby daddy was. So my dad didn't know his dad. So hopefully I can get some information to track and connect to, so I can know who my grandfather was on my dad's side, because that will, you know, that would bring a little bit of completion for me.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Yeah, man. But besides that, that was the best part. One of the best parts of my week so far. Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to get set up so I can make sure we get these clips and stuff together. You got any comments in the chat? Did you go live on Instagram?
Yeah.
All right, just checking. All right. Let's see. Can I speak to the heavyset white woman of the house, please? Blonde. We gonna have some of those tonight.
That's crazy. Man, I had them in a while.
It's all good. Man. So let's do it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. If you are here and you don't have your snack yet or your drink, go get it. Tag your best friend, because we're about to get into the show tonight. I'm gonna do what I normally don't do. It's usually a cliffhanger, but the name of tonight's show is "Aren't We More Than Friends?" And I thought that'd be a good topic to discuss the day after Valentine's Day, because I'm pretty sure some people, per my social thread, some people were disappointed. Some people had some thoughts about what yesterday should have looked like. I had a very interesting conversation with my mom just about Valentine's Day and how, you know, a man or some men may think about it versus women, and the commercialization of it all, and the intentional nature that could be lacking, because it's more or less fall into line with what the tradition is: chocolates, diamonds, and gifts. So we're gonna touch on that tonight. I think tonight is gonna be about friendships and sometimes maybe the transition of them and whatnot. I have a few videos on that. So we're gonna have some fun, man. Mike never knows, you guys. So just look for his reactions all night, because it's the most hilarious thing, man. All right. You ready to get into the first one, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this one I put up on my story on Instagram this week so people could vote on it. So I want to hear what you got to say, bro.
All right.
You asked me out, I said no, and then you moved on to my friend. Does that make sense?
Very much so. You don't like me not being your friend, though.
It just gives like,
why are you gatekeeping your friend?
Kind of anything.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird to me.
So you want my friend? Like, I don't get that. Like, there's
so,
other
I mean,
girls.
I wanted you, but you said no. But your friend fine too.
So if
So if homegirl like you and you don't like her, and then you cool with that? Yeah, you are.
Yeah, go, I'm
Men
gonna
are
tell you, knock
just
it
they
down.
don't
Shit,
care
I don't
about
want
anything.
to.
Why am I asking that?
Why
They
you
don't give a
mad? Why
fuck.
you mad? Because you don't want me.
I don't really want to date somebody that thought my friend was attractive too. It's like
Stop hanging out with fine friends.
It's
Y'all
like-
girls be like,
and
oh,
also,
all my bitches are
niggas-
fine.
also-
All my friends look good. Don't
Yeah,
get
but-
mad when
but-
your friends look good.
But if it was the same thing, girl on a date with a guy, didn't work out, and then she goes to your friend, she's already got a label attached to her,
Not
or
for-
no?
Well, I know in general, you are correct.
Thank you.
But for me, I don't get too.
So here we go, man. This, if
That's
you've
the
been
way
on the
we
show
want
for a
to
while,
start,
you know
huh?
me and Mike talk about this often. Yeah, ask her friend out. So, Mike, where do you draw the line? If you're trying to holler at a girl, she's not giving you no rhythm back in the day. Did you feel like it was a green light to holler at her friends, or were they immediately off limits because one friend rejected you?
This is how we starting off the show tonight.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
That's crazy.
Listen, she said, I think it should be like, I don't want you, but ask my friend. Why not?
Yeah, nah. I see the logic on what he's saying. I don't see the logic in what the two young ladies are saying, as far as you don't want to date anybody that thinks that your homegirl is attractive, as if you should be the only attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, but so you just hang out with ugly girls then. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to say, oh, your homegirl is cute. And it's a different thing to say, oh, I want your homegirl. Like, attraction doesn't mean I'm trying to have sex with you.
Well, if per the video, he was trying to holler at the girl first, and she said no. That means there was a more than just like, oh, what's up, attraction.
Meaning the homegirl? He tried to holler at the homegirl first?
No, after. So he's
that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the homegirl.
What about her?
What I'm saying is the one girl that he initially tried to holler at said no.
Yes.
She can't be mad if her homegirl is also attractive, and so now he's like, oh well, she's here too. Like, what's up with you? Type of move.
I agree.
Like, what's up? Like he said, you ain't want me. So what's the problem? You shouldn't even be. Why are you still even here talking? You should be over there going on to the next. Let me and her try to see where our vibe is at.
I'm very interested in seeing what the audience has to say about this, because this seems to be, when I put up the post on my story, it was kind of split down the middle. A lot of people thought it was weird energy that a guy who was rejected by this one girl tried to holler at her friend that was right next to her. Like, I don't personally see why that's weird energy, but I'm willing to hear from the audience on this.
Because I'm thinking, like, how I have the scenario in my head is they're out. Let's say they're out at brunch. The two young ladies may be sitting together. The gentleman walks up to the one, I guess, because again, we can initially go based on, what you look like. So maybe that the one he initially approached, for whatever reason, he went up to her first. She said, "Nah, I'm cool." Okay, based on attraction, the person that's right next to you is also attractive. Okay, cool. What is your name? And go into conversation that way. I don't feel like I would see an issue with it if me and you was out eating and a woman came up to you and you was like, "Nah, I'm cool." And then if I'm single, she comes up to me, I wouldn't see an issue like, no, don't try to, for what? She just play in the room.
Listen, so McJellin said, are they just after anyone? So would you be calling your girlfriend or your homegirl anyone? Like, I bet before you left the house, you were like, girl, you look good. Girl, you look good too. You come out, a guy sees what both you guys already affirmed about each other, that y'all both look good. He wants at least one. So it goes back to me looking at how challenging it is for some guys to even approach a woman, right? Yeah. But after we cross that line, break that barrier, and we in your face and we talking to you, we done already stepped into such a great degree of confidence that if you reject us, we might as well see what else is in here, where I've already broke past that wall.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I already got you because if you start talking to a girl, usually her friends are going to act like you're talking to them too. They're going to be right there in the conversation.
For sure.
So you
For
might as
sure.
well. It's the easiest move and the most effective move is to find the one that you also thought was attractive. Because more than likely, what women never know or never knew is that we were probably trying to decide between you and two of your other friends from the gate anyway.
Man, if they only knew, right?
I mean, come on, we just being honest. Like,
yeah, we are. No, for real. That's real talk. That's real talk. I want to touch on what K-Dub said. She said, how does the girlfriend feel about being second choice? We all somebody's second choice. What nobody on this planet ever picked first. You know what I'm saying? If you've ever had a girlfriend and now you're an ex, you was a second choice to the next nigga coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like we was all somebody's second, third, fourth, 100th choice.
So maybe she's saying the second choice of the night. I don't know. I think that's where we start to create our own chaos. That's where we start to self-sabotage our own happiness.
Great.
Why can't be like, yeah, he got it wrong the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my brain, I'm just very careful with how I create issues that don't have to exist.
Yeah. And I would want to say that maybe there's some insecurity there with that first girl that rejected old boy, because I can't understand why she's so pressed not for him to talk to her homegirl now. Like it seems like there's some insecurity. Like maybe, okay, so now you thinking she better than me? No, you can't have her. You know what I'm saying?
I do know that from my experience that sometimes, girls can be a little competitive with each other, call each other friends, but low key be on some shady stuff, right? I know that exists, but let's if I stay within the group of sincere friendships.
Yeah.
So I think Rashonda said it best. She said, I wouldn't care, but my friend would have cussed him out. But why? Why would your friend have cussed him out? I want to know, what is the actual offense that you think is happening right now?
It's different if the dude is being rude and he on something, okay, just being rude and calling names and this and that. But if he being respectful and he legit like on to the next, moving on as he's supposed to do, as she's supposed to do, then it shouldn't be no problem. Like I can't see in my mind, like legit, I'm trying to understand, and maybe some women can really help us with a solid answer. Like, what is the big deal? Or are there any viewers that don't think it's a big deal?
So Pook said ego got in the way. And that I think that's a very real thing, even though ego is usually attributed to men only, but it's definitely a real thing. McJellin, what you got going on? She said, I think he should choose wisely. I'm no one's second choice, but if she doesn't mind, that's all her. You are most definitely.
I was about to say, for sure. No, unless we talking about a dude that has never had a girlfriend, never find any other woman attractive on the planet besides you, you're definitely a second or even a 100.
So, I keep hearing it. Rashonda said, if I was a friend, I'd say, nah, bruh. I hear it. You guys are saying, you say no, but why? What is the actual offense? What wrong? I don't know. It just don't feel right, nigga. It don't feel right.
Either they know and don't want to be honest about it, or they really don't know. It's a girl's code. You should never talk.
Oh shoot. We got
Monique said it's a girl's code. You should never talk to a man that has tried to talk to you or someone you have dated.
But why? The question is still on the table, man.
Yeah, because so what it sounds like, it's a code like men. We have bro codes that somebody made up, and now people just stick to it blindly, no rhyme or reason. It's the code, so I'm gonna just stick with it. It's like a group think mentality, as opposed to stepping outside in the box and questioning it. Like, why not?
So one of my friends said, not weird to me. He's allowed to move on immediately after, maybe a little tacky, but whatever.
Okay, so this is what I'm This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. Rashonda said, because he just turned and asked me, so I feel like I wasn't his first choice. Sisters before misters. So what it sounds like is the women in the audience have a problem with being what they are viewing as second choice, not realizing that like I said before, you're not anybody's first choice. If they've ever had a boyfriend, even had a girlfriend, whatever the case may be. So if it's a matter of where you fit in, like you should probably come to grips with the nigga has probably dated other women, been with other women, had sex with other women, had other girlfriends in his lifetime. So you would not be the first choice, regardless of the night, the year, or the month.
I got a scenario. We about to get rid of this whole second choice situation. She said it is second choice and it's tacky. Got it. So now here it comes. You ready for this one? What happens when you go to a party with your homegirls and a guy tries to talk to you when you by yourself and you like, nah, I'm good. And he goes to the bar and hollers at the other girl at the bar who happens to be your friend, but she wasn't with you when he tried to talk to you. But he talks to your friend at the bar and she's like, oh, for sure, because you are my type. And then you come back and now she introduces you to her friends and it's the girl that rejected you earlier. Is it still tacky? Is it still considered a second choice, or is that okay because she wasn't with you when he tried to talk to you the first time?
So to me, I would even add something more. I would add the homegirl said what's up to old boy. She bought him a drink at the bar. He didn't even approach her.
We got to let's stay with the first scenario first, because we got to get over this. We got to get over this second choice thing.
Let's do it. It's not a downplay, because it's not a downplay for me because it's happened to me in real life and I haven't cared. So it because I think I'm just more aware that I'm not the only guy on the planet, or I'm not the only guy that may be attractive, or I'm not even the only guy that it's women that think Donovan is way more attractive to me. I'd be a fool to sit here and be upset or bothered because somebody chose my brother over me. It's weird.
Listen, it's in our brains. It's very like, dude, why not? Pook said, "Hey, that can be your soulmate blessing in disguise." Jesus, what was another one on here I wanted to read that was kind of wild. He said, "Not hand me down, dude." So here we go. McJellen said, "Because he seems thirsty and we are protective of our friends." Okay, so let's just work with this. This is a great way to start the show. Let's work with this. If you're going out, how many people expect not to be hit on? Is it thirst? I think it's I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this. I think it usually seems like thirst when you're not interested in him. But when you are interested in him, if the same energy, same exhibit of interest was invested in you, it wouldn't be considered thirst because you're attracted to him. In my brain, that's just kind of how I interpret those moments. Because anybody who goes out in LA or any major city, more than likely someone's going to try to talk to you, especially if you got dressed up to go somewhere. Somebody's going to walk up to you, try to give you a compliment or say something. So I did not expect to hear this response tonight, bro. This is rather shocking. It is good.
Like it's great to hear women's viewpoints on things. You know what I mean? Because so for me, I feel like I still haven't heard why. Like what? Like why in terms of the being chose second? What is that? What does that do to you or your confidence or your I don't know what that would do if somebody chose me second. Okay, cool. I'm still glad you chose me though, because I find you attractive too. So I'm just happy that we got to hit it off. Let's see what's up.
It's like Pookie said, it could be your soulmate, but because you're concerned about I know women want to be chosen, but now we're learning that they don't want to be chosen second. And this is where Mike says, I'm happy I'm married. So listen to Rashonda. She's hilarious. She said, I'd be okay with that, but I'd tell her.
That seemed like
I'm gonna tell her. He tried to holler at me first, girl. Yeah, your homegirl should be like, I'm pretty sure he did. You're beautiful. Look at you.
And it seems like so that move to me just seems like you want to let your homegirl know that you was his first choice. It wasn't you, girl. It was me, and I passed on him. So here's my seconds. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a catty woman.
That's rough times.
It does.
That's rough times. So, ladies, I want to be fair because this is all ladies saying is if I'm missing something, please throw it in the chat, but in a way that is not what we've heard already. Is there any new information you could bring to the table to say, hey, you guys may not be looking at it through this lens? My mom is here. She said the same thing happens when someone asks you to dance and you say no. So we ask someone else at the table What's the difference? You said no, get over it and don't be a hater.
That's
for
good,
moms.
Mom. That's good, Mom. I like that. That's a good analogy too. That's a good
You
analogy.
just wanted to dance.
You know what I'm
Dance.
saying? Dance. That's wild.
So Rashonda said we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Obviously, men and women view this differently. I think that might be where we are.
I just wanted
you have to be honest with my sister. Girl, he came over here and told me I was beautiful.
Because you are. So
and he asked for my number. Your friends be like, of course. That shouldn't shock anybody. It's not like it's breaking news at 10.
That's wild.
Dang. Wow. Okay. Oh man. So McJenna said, I love my home too much. I don't leave unless I have to. I go out to shop, meet up with clients, go to school and church. I bet. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Teacher's own, man. What you got, bro?
Nah, I got nothing because now I'm going through all these different scenarios. Like if the guy buys drinks for the table, there's 3 girls, and he buys drinks for the table. Is he trying to holler at everybody? Who's going to be first in that situation? Can't nobody be. Is everybody second? Is everybody first?
So, fellas, the word of advice. Oh, hold on. Before I even give my little 2 cents to the fellas, Carrie said, no. It's not catty. It's more like, girl, be careful. That guy is on the prowl. He just hit me up 3 minutes ago.
The prowl?
You mean pursuing, looking for a wife?
How
nigga, if that's the case, I'm on the prowl. I wake up every morning and get dressed so I can go prowl.
What's the time limit before he can go and talk to somebody else after he comes and talks to the woman before he can go see what else is out there? Because I just got rejected, and I'm out here because I'm hoping he's a single guy and maybe looking to be in a relationship or find somebody. So how you gonna find somebody? 1 per night is what he's allotted.
Rashonda said, "Thank you, Carrie." Listen, we do not get this, fellas. Carry on per usual.
Because it's interesting because I wonder how many single women are doing this and still single.
And I want to know, as you're being honest with your homegirl, are you being honest with yourself about this girl code and things you signed up for because your sisters or girl code that you don't really believe in that may be hindering you from living your absolute best life? Listen, Rashonda said 24 hours. He ain't looking for a wife. He trying to smash. Maybe after he gives the ring, but it's fine. It's listen, fellas. Let me help you out here.
Level of assumption is wild.
Well, she also has a past to reference because maybe where she goes and who she hangs out with, maybe that is the energy.
Okay. Well.
Not the Prowlerson. Fellas, here we go. So I'm gonna take a piece of advice from my mom. If you see a lady that you're interested in, I've seen this in a movie once. You go over, like Mike said, you buy the whole drink tables. You just be cool with everybody. Don't show anybody any individual hyper focus. Just be cool with everybody. Fill them out, and the one who gives you the most energy, that's the one you try to talk to. And if that doesn't work out, leave them all alone. It's almost like bait in the water to try and see who's even interested in me. I'm gonna buy a drink. I'm gonna start conversation with everybody. How y'all doing tonight, man? Y'all come here often? Y'all this, y'all that. And that way, whoever is like trying to engage you the most that you also find interested, like you also find attractive, then there's your shot.
So let's stay here for a second.
Oh boy.
I've been in situations where I've gone up to a table, a group of women, talked to one woman specifically, and then heard from this woman that there was a whole meeting at the table amongst the 4 women as to who would pursue me. So I don't understand how the second first comes into mind when it's okay to do it amongst themselves, amongst women, to be able to choose. But then when a guy is choosing, all of a sudden, I don't want to be first. I don't want to be second.
And you know what? Because we've had this conversation here tonight and it doesn't seem like that's going to change, we got to pivot. We got to work with the terrain. If this is girl code,
Yeah.
It sounds like we now have to strategize around the girl code because
No.
the code ain't changing.
No, because
So I think my suggestion,
Mom and
That's true.
Pookie were on board. I think it's I don't want to say it's all women that think this way.
what'd you think about my suggestion?
Man, I'm
Wow.
gonna be myself. I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna
Be strategic.
if I want to buy drinks for the table, I'm gonna buy drinks for the table. Even if I have my eye on one particular person.
Got you. So Nivea says she disagrees. Just go for who you want. Nivea, I'm gonna share this with you. We've said on this podcast before, the advice that's being given by a lot of older men to younger men is not go for who you want. It's go for who wants you. And it's not talking about even if they're not your type, even if you're not interested, it's talking about you need a balance between, I find her attractive and she wants me. Because if you just find her attractive and that is the sole reason that you're pursuing her, that seems to be a more nefarious battlefield
for sure.
than identifying first if she's even interested in you.
I agree.
So I think we got a yes out of Rashonda. So yes, okay. All right. So with that approach, nobody feels second. And maybe you buy drinks and you're having a conversation, or so if you're at church, you just approach them all as a group and you're trying to bring something to the whole group. Go away for a second, say, I'll be right back, give them a chance to talk amongst themselves, come back and continue the conversation. You're gonna find somebody that's putting forth a little bit more effort.
Man, I'm gonna
Mike
go
is
for
like,
the
I
one
ain't got
want.
time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go for
You
the
going
one
for
I
the one
want.
you want?
And then if she don't want me back, next. Just like the other girl just nexted me. Next. Like I shouldn't have to go to a whole nother section of the restaurant to be able to find somebody when there's 6 beautiful ladies sitting right here.
Crowley Prowlerson. Thirsty Thomas. It can get diabolical out there. I mean, I still feel like you should be able to.
What I think, honestly, bro, I think that women have had just bad experiences about niggas being creepy. We see it at the gym all the time. One guy goes to one machine to talk to this girl. Next, he's going to a different machine to talk to this girl. Going to a different. So I think that women have just had some bad encounters, and now we all get thrown in this bunch of, like Rashonda said, he just trying to smash.
Man, and they want to be smashed, but you're just not the one I want to get smashed by. If we're gonna tell the rest of the story.
All right.
He's like, oh my God, he was trying to holler at me like it's a bad thing. But honestly, reality, I think a lot of times, maybe not every time, it just comes down to the fact that is a narrative that's created because you weren't interested in him. If you were interested, if there was something about him that you liked, that same judgment would not be assigned.
Cause I guarantee you, bro. If the homegirl ends up going out with him and dating him and all this, I guarantee you that the one that turned him down is gonna feel some kind of way. Some kind of way. If she didn't, then she would have never said nothing to begin with. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yep.
I'm trying to save my homegirl. All right.
I would love to see a friend go with her friend to a house showing to meet up with a realtor, and he's showing her a house and she's like, I don't want this house, and my friend can't have it either because I don't want it, even though it's perfect for your friend. The realtor is like, so does your maybe this would be a good look for your friend. She can't have it. She can't be a second choice, but it's great deal on this. They just don't fit my lifestyle.
That's rough.
Diabolical. This house is thirsty. All right.
Sheesh.
What's he say? Rashonda said, no, even if I was attracted to him, that would be a turnoff to me. That's not the. I was stretching. I was reaching for that one. All right, man. Well, I wasn't even gonna play. I wasn't sure if I was gonna play this video tonight. Where's it at, man? But because we're here, it's interesting what fuels the battle of the sexes and how men are with men about situations like this and how women are with women. Please don't be offended, but I want to play this video It's hilarious. I don't know if we're gonna play the whole thing because it's 2 minutes and 22 seconds, but this is how women encourage one another. And this is a video of if men encourage each other or affirmed each other the same way that women do.
Rachel dumped me today. Left me for a rich dude. Said I was too broke, couldn't provide her a future.
You have the perfect amount of money.
You're a baller. More than perfect.
Don't let anyone tell you that you're broke.
I am, though. That's why she left me.
She left because she can't handle your level of wealth.
Filthy rich. Made of money. Now that she's gone, the landlord wants to redo the lease, so I'm probably not going to have anywhere to stay.
I don't know about any of that stuff, but when I look at you, I see a man of means. And you need to see the same thing when you look in the mirror.
And if Rachel and your landlord can't see that, that's because they're projecting their insecurities onto you.
Insecure?
I don't even want to look at my bank account right now.
You don't have to look at your bank account. But if you do, whatever it says, just know it's the perfect amount.
If your landlord wants to know what your number is, that's no one's business but your own.
No, I just looked. I'm in overdraft.
Nice, dude.
Crushing it, bro.
What?
You should take a picture of that and your eviction notice, post it to show what a really well-to-do man looks like.
I'd like to see you in front of the camera holding your wallet empty. We'll get that photo up on the gram, and within the hour, we'll both comment on that, how much you are crushing it. You're a wealthy man.
A photo of that bank balance should be in a documentary about men with deep pockets.
I'm not even going to be able to date anymore. Who's
Hey, that photo that you just showed us should be on the cover of Billionaire magazine.
Why would I be in the cover of
And I'll tell you
Billionaire
what,
magazine?
the only reason you're not on the cover of Billionaire magazine is because society wants you to think that billionaires should be on that magazine instead of someone like you that can show the world what real wealth looks like.
There should be a homeless man on the cover of Billionaire magazine.
All right, that's enough, bro. It goes on for a whole nother minute, man. The level of delusional affirmation when the friend was sitting there conveying, yo, I am broke. You're not. Where does this kind of encouragement come from, bro? You on mute, bro. Nope, now you're back on mute. You had it right the first time. There you go.
I think that women see it more as empowerment or giving their homegirl or their sister what they need in the moment, absent of reality and truth.
Golly.
We just need
All
you
right.
to feel better. We'll deal with everything else after you feel better. I think we're more like, had I came to you and said, you know, she told me I didn't have no money, I couldn't be a good provider because I was broke, and you knew my financial situation, you'd probably be like, well, nigga, yeah, why you shouldn't even be dating right now.
And it sounds like some women are just fixed on wanting to make their friend feel better, while some men are more fixed on wanting to make their homeboy be better or do better or see better. And you know, there's nothing wrong with the feelings aspect, but if that's your leverage point, that's rough. What Carrie say?
I was about to say,
yeah, man, whatever. When I'm feeling down and low, gas me all the way up and let's do it with some ice cream.
That's funny. That's funny.
We appreciate the honesty.
That's funny.
Oh, so Rashonda said y'all job is to fix.
And so what is the woman's job? To lie or
to nurture?
So when does it become harmful?
That's good.
When does the I'll use the word you use, nurture. When does the nurture become harmful? Like for instance, let's just stay with the situation that the gentleman used. Once he was explained to them what happened, and they got as deep as he showed them the bank account was overdraft, and they still telling him that's a good thing. That's a good thing your bank account is overdraft. Let's post that. And I guarantee you, when are we going to tell the truth?
Tell the truth. So if you're, so let's just use the whole scenario, right? His girlfriend broke up with him because he was broke.
Yeah.
That's what he told his homeboys. If your homeboy told you, you know, hey, my girl broke up with me because I ain't got enough money, how would you respond to that, Mike? Would you try to affirm me, or would you ask to see how much money I had?
I would say, well, are you? That would be my exact response. That would be my verbatim response.
can you afford? And I know you for sure would say that because you're my brother, and I know how direct you are. The conversation will be like, can you afford to date right now? How much money do you have? Are you able to keep up your own bills and what goes on inside the dating arena? But there's some environments, and I have to say, it ain't just women who do this.
No.
Some men as well would just be like, "There's nothing about you that's broken." Like, no, my bank account is I'm broke. Don't say that. Don't use that language. There's nothing about you that's broken, and you're trying to make them. You're not broken.
Don't use that
No,
language.
nigga, I'm broke. Loan me $5, nigga.
Right,
That's
right.
not what you need. You need to reframe what an empty bank account means. It doesn't mean that you have nothing. Like, no, nigga, it does.
I literally have nothing. He even said, I need somewhere to stay. That nigga said, we'll figure that out later.
Nigga Rashada said, so y'all telling me I'm a terrible friend. Yes. If your focus is on making your friend feel better, but not helping them fix the situation, I would say there's a sense of terribleness associated with your friendship. When do you tell your friend the truth and hold them accountable? Like, it's I do well with scenarios, bro. What's the scenario that we could use that you've been in or you've seen where a girl had an issue in a relationship and her homegirl, instead of telling her the truth, gassed her up to make her seem like she was nowhere near being the problem?
I really this is gonna be a rough one. It's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, and I feel like we already been ruffling feathers tonight.
Ruffle them.
Oh shoot! I got the green light. All right,
you got to ruffle the feathers, man.
Okay. Let's watch the numbers on how quickly they dwindle after I say this. Weight, being overweight, and the boyfriend is like, we've been together for 2 years, and I've been trying to get you to come to the gym with me. I've been, trying to do these things to help you, and you've been gaining weight, and it's just not attractive to me anymore. I'm not physically attracted to you because of the weight. So they go their separate ways, and the homegirl says, "Girl, you're perfect. You don't need to lose any weight." She's diabetic. What are you talking about? She has health issues because of her weight. She eats terribly. Why would you then tell her that you look great? And I'm not body shaming, because that's the big thing right now. I'm not body shaming, but at some point, you need to be honest, because this is what you would have said. Well, do you feel like you've let yourself go, Mike? And I would have to look at myself and be honest. Like, damn, well, the gut is getting a little bit bigger. I have been going to McDonald's every day. Like, at some point, you have to hold your friend to a certain level of accountability,
or to a certain standard.
Yeah.
And I think that accountability is not holding your friend to what the standard that society creates. Accountability is always holding somebody to the standard that they expressly set to you. I can't hold you accountable to something you didn't say that you wanted. If I tell you, bro, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to get my body in shape, you can only hold me accountable if I said that I wanted it. That's the accounting of it. You said this, not society. I'm not holding you accountable to what society said. And so when we're looking at this scenario of where has a female friend gaslit another female friend because she, was not in a healthy, her boyfriend broke up with her, and you said it was a weight issue, right? So this is what we're getting. Carrie said, "Gas me up first. Then after ice cream, tell me what I did wrong and how I can fix it." I can respect that. That.
Well, what if the gas up is exactly the opposite of the me trying to help you?
So it sounds like, though, this is the bait and switch. It sounds like the gas up gets you access to their ears, because they don't. If she just got broken up with, she's trying to hear something pleasant, even if it's a lie. And then you use that to bait and switch. Now that I got your attention, Chubbalicious, this is what we need to do. You know what I'm saying to you? Or if her weight was never an issue for her, then the affirming is not gaslighting. Because like, there's men out there who love a thick one, who don't want a thin one. But at some point, like Mike said, at some point it does become harmful when you're not concerned about the longevity or the quality of your friend's life. I know enough women that don't want to hear, because they already know. they don't want to hear that level of accountability because they already know, and it's fine. You know what I'm saying? But if that's your friend, then you know how to speak to them and when the right moment is to approach them. But this whole gaslighting blended with affirming conversation is wild.
And I feel like maybe appoint those friends as such. This is going to be the friend that I know I can get all the gaslighting from, but this is going to be the friend that I get the 100% truth from. You know what I'm saying?
That's Mike. I know that Mike is going to shoot it to me straight. Listen, Ray, another guy says, "Don't gas me up with lies. I can't stand when people do that to me, even though their intentions might be good. I need truth and perspective. That helps me improve." I think that there is this misnomer about how gaslighting or false affirmations make things worse. Actually, they're not helping. But again, so if me and Carrie was really close,
yeah,
and she said, "Gas me up first, then after ice cream, tell me what I did wrong, how I can fix it." She's giving me her equation.
Yeah.
So it would be in my best interest to follow the program that she says that works for her.
To an extent. Like, because if you're not
to the letter.
No, to an extent, because if you're not a man that lies and then you agree to lie because that's what she needs in a moment, then you're not being true to yourself.
Is it a lie if I proceeded with, "Hey, I'm about to gas you up"? "Hey, I'm about to lie to you. You ready? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You are perfect. And you don't smell that bad."
You might as well have told the truth, nigga. See? You might as well have told the truth from the jump.
So, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, what we're saying here is that, listen, it's some people just joined in just for the first few seconds.
Rachel dumped me today. Left me for a rich dude. Said I was too broke, couldn't provide her a future.
You have the perfect amount of money.
You're a baller. More than perfect.
Don't let anyone tell you that you're broke.
I am, though. That's why she left me.
She left because she can't handle your level of wealth.
Filthy rich. Made of money.
Now that she's gone, the landlord wants to redo the lease, so I'm probably not going to have anywhere to stay.
I don't know about any of that stuff, but when I look at you, I see a man of means. And you need to see.
I don't know about any of that stuff. He's giving them straight facts, and they're like glossing over him like he never said them.
And as much as we appreciate the encouragement, I've seen this in different groups that I've been to as well, and it's rough sometimes when you want to deal with the reality of your situation and everybody's trying to gas you up with encouragement to make you feel better, but does nothing to benefit your situation, nothing to help you. But like we're trying to say, like, men are just fixed on trying to fix things for people. And so with that being said, I guess this is what we do as men and some women. So, oh man. All right. Well, if you're just now joining us, we already had a deep conversation about, would it be wrong if a guy tried to holler at you, you rejected him, and then he went and tried to talk to your friend? And the consensus was that it's very wrong. The women do not agree with that. They don't want to be anybody's second choice. So me and Mike came up with I came up with a scenario.
Yeah. Yep.
Mike was like, he ain't going for it.
Nah.
To remedy that. But since we're talking about friends tonight, aren't we more than friends? Here's a topic.
Oh shit.
Do you feel like it's a good idea to be friends with your coworkers?
Work friends is okay.
What is the difference between work friends and friends?
Work friends you don't hang out with outside of work.
As
long as y'all keep it cool, maybe even have lunch at work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is decent. Don't go, 15 minutes away and have lunch. that's technically outside of work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the reason I want to bring this up is because in our first conversation, the audience was very big on girl code. Like he can't holler at me after he hollers at you.
Yeah.
Now we're looking at something about work code. I wonder if we know how many codes that we're associated with, like invisibly. What do you think about this, Mike? Should you even differentiate between a work friend and a regular friend, or is a friend a friend?
I feel like people need to understand what friendship is and not pass out that title so easily. And that's always been a big thing for me because we went to school together for 12 years. Don't mean you my friend. Because you my because you're my cousin, don't mean you my friend. You know what I'm saying? I think people just pass out the word friend for reasons that don't even begin to scratch the surface of what a friend is or what a friend should be. You know what I mean? But trauma bonding is one thing. You know what I mean? But sometimes people say we're friends because we've been through so much together, so much trauma. That's what makes you a friend. All right. I guess it's people's definition, but to the question, we can work together. We can all hang out outside of work. I've done it before. We can exchange Instagrams, all of that, but that still don't make you my friend.
So you're saying that just because I spend 40 hours with you a week, don't assume that we're friends.
For sure.
Okay, but should you assume that you guys are work friends, or is coworker an appropriate title?
That's enough. Coworkers.
Okay.
Enough.
So it sounds like it may go from coworker to now you're like my work wife or my work brother, because work wife and work husband, work siblings, like that's my work sister, like those are real. So how can a work friend not be real?
They're kind of not real.
They're kind of not real.
Yeah,
but it's wild though, man. Like when I pull back the layers of all the narratives that are being spoken through society and culture, like if you're spending 40 hours a week with these people,
yeah,
it's almost like your child spends how many hours a week with their teacher, sometimes more than they spend with their own parent. Like you cannot pretend that some kind of bond is not being created and find a label that's appropriate to that bond.
But that what's so crazy is you can't pretend, because a lot of these people, these 40 hours at the company for 6 years, those people that they spend that 40 hours with don't even know what they do it really in their spare time. You just know what that person is telling you.
Listen, this is what you said though.
Anyway.
That's crazy though. You said in their spare time, nigga. Like their life outside of work is the spare time.
Yeah,
and this is their life. So who actually knows them? Yeah. Who actually knows them better? They work friends or they actual friends outside of work?
I would say so. For me, I would say the actual friends outside of work, because usually when people go to work,
you don't have no work friends, Mike.
That's facts. But I think usually people that go to work, they put on a different person. I'm happy, I'm go lucky, I'm cheerful, I got great customer service. When I get home, I can say, man, these motherfuckers irritated the shit out of me today. I'm not gonna say that at work. I'm gonna act like everything is all good because I want that paycheck.
But people unlike you have specific people at work that they say those things to. So if you are sharing with me your authentic feelings about this workplace, you're not my work friend.
Nope, we're bonding over something that we both agree with.
You're trauma bonding.
Yeah, because we both hate this place.
So how did
if you didn't hate it as much as I hated it, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't even
how did you become friends with the people outside of work? You related on something. That's why it's called a relationship. What did you related on something?
Yeah, but the difference is how much I'm willing to open up at work as opposed to opening up in my personal life. Two very different things.
Because HR doesn't exist in your personal life.
Even on this podcast, there's certain things that people think that we just share everything. We don't.
So you and Carrie not friends, is what you're saying?
No.
Y'all not podcast friends? We're not online friends?
No.
Carrie, you my online friend. I don't care what Mike says. Mike is it's just rude. McJellin, he was my online friend. What did Ray say, man? Ray said, I have work friends that turn into family. Been arrested together, sat in hospitals with each other for support, tears, joy together. Thank you, Ray. Mike is like, nigga, never.
No, what I'm saying is, if you've proven yourself to be a friend, cool. For me, I'm not going to let nobody at work get that close.
To even prove that they...
Nope. The people that I call friends now, I'm good with that.
All right. Well, you are definitely an anomaly. So I think we have to use someone like everybody else. Because this is happening on a day-to-day basis where people are not intentionally giving people opportunities to know them like that, but stuff happens while you're at work. I remember when my dad died, I found out the hospital called me while I was at work when they said he's gone, because I went and pulled the plug like a few days before, and I was just waiting for the confirmation that it had run its course. Mm-hmm. Just the way that I didn't intend to be at work when that happened, but the way that they showed up for me, that's the job where I met Jackie. I don't even work there no more. Me and Jackie's tight. You know what I'm saying to you? She started off as a work friend. You know what I'm saying to you? So I think that we don't necessarily create the opportunity, but when someone does show up for you in a phenomenal way and they happen to be in a workplace, you happen to be coworkers, would it be okay to even consider, hey, maybe there's something more to this bond and this connection?
So I'll explain it like this: it was a young lady that I worked with at my previous job. We were cool at
All
work.
right.
We had actually you met her. She came to the first 4th of July thing we had in the back of the house. The two the Mexican
You know, I
couple.
don't remember, folks.
Okay, so
The people who
she was
told
my-
that I took all the cookies,
she
them
was-
snitches.
she was my coworker, and I invited her and her boyfriend to come to the house for 4th of July. She's still not my friend, and I'm sure she's watching. She's not my friend.
Why'd you invite her to the house?
Because they wanted to meet Janae, and we have been they knew that me and Janae were getting married, and they were asking us for guidance on their relationship. And that, what are you guys doing for 4th of July? Oh, we're doing this and this. Come on over. That don't mean you my friend.
At what point
It's a
did
lot
I
involved.
qualify, bro?
When you showed me that I could trust you with my heart.
When
Like
did you
the-
decide to
the-
give me an
the deep places of the
opportunity
heart.
to show you that, though?
I don't feel like it was something that I was willing to do. I feel like it was definitely a supernatural
thing
because like you know, I didn't like you. I didn't want you to be on the podcast, and I didn't really even know you from Adam. I just was like, nah, this nigga's a cornball. I'm cool.
He did not. Golly. What about church friends, Mike? You got friends at church? Church friends? Y'all, you guys are asking the wrong person tonight.
Nah, I just, you know what it is. I think in my 43 years of of life, I just feel like I said, people just use friendship just like they use the word love too willy nilly. Like, what is constituting you to call these people this? Because we go to church together, because we've been going to the same church for 30 years, somehow you become my friend.
So I think when I hear the word friend, I think of someone that you're intentionally doing a portion of life with. There's a partnership there. That is a friend.
Intentionality.
Yeah.
That is that's a good reference.
Yeah. And so that's why I think that the term work friend is appropriate, because work is such a big part of my life. And if you are not just doing what you're assigned to do because of the role associated with the job, but you're trying to make sure my mental health is good. Maybe you pick up breakfast for both of us. You'll check in on me, send me a little affirmation midday because you know what I'm going through at work. We'll get out of a meeting. You'll hit me on the side like, bro, don't even trip on that. You got this, man. Like when you start to partner with me in this aspect of my life that's important, there's something there that I feel like I need to highlight and label so that it doesn't get washed in with just everybody else, because you're not doing what everybody else is doing. You're doing more and you're being more intentional. So I feel like I should identify you as such. Even if it's just work friend, it should be identified as such because that person is bringing a clear benefit to your life.
Yeah. I kind of did what Ray said. He said, but Mike, that's your, what happened to it? All right, he said, but Mike, that's your protective boundaries. Now, don't get me wrong, there can be levels of friendships. Protective boundaries. Yeah, a part of me will agree with that, protective boundaries. But I mean, and I feel like everybody should have some type of protective boundaries. Everybody shouldn't just be willy-nilly open to all these different relationships. And I feel like the Bible said, guard your heart above everything else. So we all need to be protective of something, right? I hate to, hit them with a little scripture, 1, 2, like that.
So the lady from Friday night when I went to prayer meeting, she brought up that verse.
Your friend?
She said,
was she your friend?
Yes, she's my friend. Call her sister. Yes.
Wow, this nigga.
Yeah. This nigga. Second choice. You starting to sound like the first conversation, like just a whole bunch of. Like, I feel like when people hear me like, you got other friends, you got other sisters, and you got.
You
other
already
brothers.
know how I am.
Sure do.
You already know how I am.
You know what? I let people deal with that. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
Mike will tell you in a heartbeat. Mike or bring some stuff to me, and I'd be like, man, I hope you figure it out because I found a way to life that works for me. But you know what I'm saying to you, it's just something I think that is when we talk about steps and layers to how people become significant figures in your life. It's good to track the matriculation, right? You start off as a stranger, then you became, you know, saying a work friend, then you became my workout brother, and then we became like for real brothers, and then you became my best man, and then you became the godfather of my son, and then you became my armor, my pallbearer when I passed away. Like it's good to be
It's
able to
about me?
track.
Was that about me? Nigga, I'm honored. Let me just okay, hold on. So number one, yes, I do.
I ain't doing it with this nigga tonight, man. I'll tell you. Golly.
Listen, brother, I'm honored.
Yo, I think Ray got you pinned, bro. He said, Mike, do you love hard? Are you protective of your friends and those you love? Nigga, spot on.
Pit bull, Ray.
Hey,
Pit bull off the leash. I do not play at all, not even a little bit.
Ray, hit him with the diagnoses. I think Ray's over there with a pen and pad. He's like, oh yeah, I know this personality type well.
Nigga, please do. Please do. Listen, yeah, we don't play over here.
I'll tell you, Mike is very, very protective. Good God. All right. So these videos all tying together. So we're talking about, did he hit back? Okay, put bulls are sweet.
They
so we're
are,
talking about
we're talking to the right people. Continue.
Okay,
Yeah,
selective.
What are we talking about?
So it goes down to friends. We're talking about friends tonight. So now we're talking about friends at work. And so Mike said that we need to take more time to identify what a friend is. And the idea of a friend or the term friend is tricky in our culture, right? And here's one of the reasons why.
Men don't want to be your friend, so stop friend zoning them. If they're hanging out with you and they're showing interest, they are interested. It's not a question. It is a fact. So either you need to just be an acquaintance and see them around, or actually date them. And if they're a good human, you should be dating them. Men don't want to be your friend.
Talk about it, Mike.
So I'm gonna ask you a question because I just want to make sure I got what she's saying. I want to make sure I got it right. So is she saying when men approach, it's not to be your friend? We're not speaking to you and getting to know you solely for friendship purposes. Is that what she's saying?
I think that video could have been better put together. What I took away from it is that if a man is showing interest, he doesn't want to just be your friend. I know it's a stretch.
No, but I like it. And to me, if I'm showing interest outside of what I would show in normal friendships, then yeah, I think that's obvious that I just don't want to be friends. But that's not to say that I can't be your friend or that I can't switch that thing to say, okay, this is not going nowhere, but she's a great person. We got great conversation. We have fun together. I can definitely see myself being this girl's friend.
So when I say someone's showing interest, that's because they're interested. That means that they haven't concluded if they want to be more than your friend yet. They're exploring the idea by use of their interest. They're showing interest to hopefully get in situations to see, do I really want to be more? Oh yeah, I for sure want to be more than a friend. I think when someone's showing interest, that's still a verification that they could still want to just be your friend. They're just waiting. They're putting themselves in opportunities to see if there's anything else to you that would make them want to be more than friend. People hear when they say, oh, he's interested in you. They just, oh my God, he's interested. No, it don't mean nothing until he's sure.
I think it depends on how he's showing his interest. If he's showing his interest, he want to kiss on your neck or he want to tell you how beautiful you look all the time or that sexy body or
that's not interest, bro. That's surety. He's not interested. He's sure. You don't put your lips on somebody you're interested in. You put your lips on somebody, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. No?
No.
Even if it's sure that I want to have this kind of engagement with you?
A part of me thinks that interest and then what you're saying kind of go hand in hand. Not necessarily that they're the same thing, but I definitely feel like they play off of each
Okay.
other.
That's fair, because after I heard myself say it, I said, there's some room in there for some nuances.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Because even the act of interest may not be surety. It may just be trying to give another opportunity to see what this person is made of or how they may respond. That could add to your surety. So that's fair. Okay. I rescind. I take that back. It's very interesting. So going back to it, that we talked to the audience. Do you guys think that men and women ever want to just be friends, or do they settle for friendship when other things don't work out?
You're talking about ever. You said ever?
Yeah.
Dang.
Ever.
Dang. Like, okay, dang. And I'm trying to run back through my life. Any woman that I've become friends with, was it initially, I just want to be her friend. And for me, while we're waiting for the audience to respond, for me, bro, I think that those women that did become strictly friends were women that I was not attracted to. Like, there was no physical attraction. So there was nothing to even make me think that I wanted anything more than just friendship.
So attraction.
Yeah, for me.
But then we talked about it last week that if they're not attractive to you and then they have a glow up, now you don't want to just be friends no more.
Yeah, we talked, and it happens. Why would I? Like you said it. You said it best. You said, "Of course, I don't want to just be you. You are a whole different person now. I'm trying to get to know the new person."
This is interesting. Ray said, if he approaches you at random, it's more than likely out of the same type of attraction. This is interesting, bro, because when I think about it, it's like, so what is if we're not friends, what are we? We're, as people say, associates, which means that there is still some intention there, some availability there. But when I look at going from associates to friends to, all the way up the ladder to best friends or whatever comes, I think the most important thing that changes is the access you have to that person.
Yeah.
And so as I'm looking at it through that lens,
that's good.
Sometimes we say we want to be friends with someone, but associate access is really enough for what it is we're intended to do with them. Mom said, I believe there could be a situation where someone would just like to be friends.
Yeah, I agree.
I was attracted to my battle, and it just organically morphed into friendship. My brother. I was initially battle. Maybe
it's battle. It's a military term. Battle is like your person that you are with in the military, like somebody else that's in the military with you.
So you got googly eyes on the battlefield.
No,
huh? Charlie is after both of y'all, and you over here.
Oh my God.
Huh? Alpha Omega Sigma. I got fine shit right next to me. We're under fire. Okay, let me read the rest of her message. I was initially attracted to my battle, and it just organically morphed into friendship. He is my best friend. How did that?
Yeah, I'm curious as well.
I got questions.
Yeah.
That this whole, what did it say? Where'd it go? Organically morphed.
Did he turn you down? So you had no choice?
Scratcher. That's a head scratcher. Nah, he had BO. Something happened. Okay.
And then in that friendship, that's now he's your best friend. Are you still attracted to him in that way? If you can't say on the show because he's watching, I get it.
Don't say, because Mike be trying to hook people up all night long.
Hey, listen, Rashonda is single.
This is Rashonda likes. I think she said she likes white guys.
We got some brethren of the Caucasian heritage.
Back to the show. So when I think about people who want to be my friend, Mike is females. Let me say it that way. Females. Mike is trying to enhance my analysis and discernment concerning people who say, "Oh, I'd like to be your friend." I don't know why he's trying to do this to my life, but for whatever reason, he wants me to engage as if everybody is interested in being more than friends as a safety net. because he honestly believes they are, but he thinks it'd be a good mode of operation when engaging with women
You make
so
me
that they
sound.
don't become, huh? I make you sound like exactly who you are, Mike. You want to explain yourself?
Nah, you ain't saying nothing wrong.
Oh, my battle is white. See, I told you.
That's funny. That's funny.
You better go get him. Go explain yourself, Mike. Why is it that you want me to have this high?
Uh, because you tend to be gullible, and I think it's important to kind of vet people before you just let them into your personal space. Some people see the podcast, I want to be cool with Donnie. Some people see, the books and the other podcasts that you have and all the other things you're doing. I saw the commercial, so now and you don't see it. But I feel like it's not just you. Sometimes it's happened to me too. When sometimes when you're actually in the situation, it takes having to step outside of the situation and look with a different pair of eyes to really be able to see what's going on. And
So what is going on? No, all you said was that they want to be friends with me. What's wrong with that?
No, it's not the friendship is not the problem. It's ulterior motives that could be the problem.
Can't everybody have ulterior motives?
They can.
Which means you, my sister, right?
Yeah. So, but like I said with the friendship earlier, it's a proof. I think that's what vetting is. It's a proving that you're worthy of being in whatever space that you're trying to be in.
So wouldn't I have to give them a chance to find out?
Unless somebody sees something off back that you don't see.
But I would have to ask, why do they see the way that they see? Because they could be seeing through trauma eyes.
They could be. Let's go to the gym and let's not even use me. Let's use Janae.
Okay.
You'd be a woman talking to you and you just think, oh, that's my friend. And Janae, and it's happened in real life. The way she looking at you, no, sir. She does not just want to be a friend. And I could have saw the same thing. And this person could have saw the same thing. And now it's like, you the only person that don't see it. And I think with you, sometimes you choose not to see it because you just really want.
Okay. So before we jump to that end,
yeah,
can you guys prove that you're seeing what you're seeing?
In certain situations, yes, from conversations that I've had with women that like you, that you don't see.
But about the specific person, if you're talking about a specific person, so here's why I think that sometimes I am gullible, and then sometimes it's just like, okay, people just want me to agree with what they see.
Yeah.
If when it comes down to proof, if you can't give me any kind of hard evidence, my perspective is just as valid as yours because this is what you think you see, and this is what I think I see. Yeah. But nobody can prove anything. Nah, I know she want to hit, bro. She's trying to hit. Only way I can find out is by asking her, hey, do you want these donuts?
Do you want these Chico
sticks? Like, how else will I know except for to ask? But then sometimes when I ask, you'll be like,
no, but you won't ask. That's the thing.
Oh, yes, I have. But then you tell me, well, they gonna lie because it's like I can't deal with all these assumptions going on. Like at some point, I need some evidence to back up what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
So I think that's why for me, sometimes it's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, that they could be interested or they could not. The opportunity that it could be both for me.
I think my track record is pretty good though.
This brother said my track record, which means that you could be wrong.
I think me calling out women and you saying, oh yeah, she used to like me in high school. Oh, you didn't have to tell me. I could see it.
I'm happy that your track record is good, but it's not perfect, which means that it still should be questioned.
Facts.
And I think that's the part for me when I hear, oh, what up, Rich? He walked in at the wrong time. So Ray said, I think it all depends on how people meet. We don't walk down the street and just pick random people for their friendships, but we do look at random people from an attractive lens and say, I want to get to know that person. Most friendships happen randomly like that in social environments. That's good. I think that even using the framework that Mike is using, like people have seen me on. I've done a few videos and stuff lately. For whatever reason, our podcast is showing up a lot on people's social media from the gym.
Yeah.
So maybe when our phones are close to each other, it's making some kind of connection. But if they see the podcast, they can do a deep dive into my page and they could feel like they know me to a certain degree or want to know me better. And then it's immediately that they want to have sex with me. Or if it's a dude, like he wants to use me for my social media, value. I don't want to say it's the worst of people.
Yeah.
I just don't go to, they're trying to take advantage of me, because I don't see myself taken advantage of often. So I guess it's not a worry or a threat of mine.
Yeah. I feel it.
But like you said earlier, you do pit bull.
And it shouldn't. And I would never say you need to adopt my way of thinking. What I usually say is just something for you to look at. Just be aware of. Everybody
could be attracted to
to
me.
be your friend.
Okay. So just keep that in the back of the mind.
Yeah. So I don't have to. Come on. That way everybody stays safe, right?
And alive.
Yeah, come on.
Berg Marv said, I think some people use having a friendship as a way to be a person's life if you know there's no possibility of being in a relationship with them.
Read it one more time.
I think that some people use having a friendship as a way of being in a person's life if you know there's no possibility of being in a relationship with them.
Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure. Some people play, I call it the long game. You tell me you're not interested in me, you just want to be my friend, cool. I'll be
long
your friend.
Game, side chick game, mistress game.
It's all a game, brother.
This is interesting, bro. So when I'm looking at this whole conversation of just friendships, and I think that I'm happy that we had this conversation tonight, because even though we're not at the conversation yet about aren't we more than friends, which ties into what some people thought they should have got for Valentine, it does start to expose how disjointed our culture is when it comes to the label of a friend. We don't really trust a lot of people at the core, which is the foundation of any relationship, any friendship, any partnership. And I think if we're not having these conversations, and we don't know why we have the expectations we have or don't have, or why our relationships or our friendships are struggling, we're walking around with some very strong narratives about what we believe, and sometimes we can't prove, but we're using that lens to engage with people, and it's impacting our authenticity. It's impacting our sincerity. And when there's no authenticity and no sincerity, there's not going to be a real high quality relationship, romantic or platonic.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. This nigga Reggie said they don't know about Mike D, aka Mr. Chalk. LOL. Ask him about Mr. Chalk. Capital LOL. That is hilarious.
Tell us, bro.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Mm.
That is hilarious. So let me ask you this: with the vast amount of friends that people obtain throughout the years, whether it's childhood friends and into their adult years, is there any time to where I can look back and say, like, we were friends, but we're not friends anymore? Or is a friendship a forever thing? Or are friendships go in seasons? And this season, yeah, you were my friend in this season, but that season is over now.
I think that my definition that I've been riding with until you asked this question, that if I ever called you friend and nothing destroyed that friendship, it was never a breach of contract. We just kind of just grew apart. Whenever I see you again, you're still my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like saying somebody, enlisted in the army and they served their time, but then they got out. Maybe they were injured or they just got tired of serving, and say do you say they're no longer a soldier? You don't identify them as a soldier anymore? Can they not celebrate Veterans Day?
No. Well, I'll tell you. So I feel like the definition of a soldier is somebody that fights in a war. Like currently, you could say you were a soldier, but no, you're not a soldier anymore. No, you're not.
You just
I'm
they're
not
a
a
civilian
soldier.
now.
Yeah, or a veteran, somebody that used to be a soldier, but no, I'm not currently a soldier. And
So
to that point, go ahead.
I got a whole bunch of friends.
No,
I'm about to
don't
start
go ahead.
calling veterans.
No, go ahead.
I'm
Go
about to
ahead.
start. I'm
Go
about to start
ahead.
calling a lot of my friends, old friends, veterans. If I haven't talked to you in over 6 months, nigga, use a veteran. You have not actively been in combat.
Let
with
me ask you this. That's good. I like that a lot, actually. That's good. So let me
Of
ask you
course you
this:
do.
childhood friends, childhood friends. You guys haven't talked, let's say, since 12th grade. You guys grew up together, great friends, maybe even a best friend. You haven't talked
Dang.
since 12th grade. You're now in your 40s. You don't know this person anymore at all. You don't know nothing. You don't know if what they've been through, what they've done, and the same thing about you. They're still your friend. You still give them the same
Yeah,
amount of
that
access
was rough.
25 years later without any contact.
I immediately thought about a few people and I say, oh, that's my boy now. So that's not my friend. Oh, that's my boy. I know him. That's not friend. So yeah, Brad. Yeah. All right. That was good.
God is good, brother. God is good.
Okay.
Let
So
him
you're
use
God is what you're saying.
let
I
him
got
use
it. I understand. You just full of
little G.
yourself.
Little G.
Upside down G, nigga. God. All right. That's fair enough. All right. So when we talk about, okay, hold on. Ray said you can still be friends, but the level of friendship can change. I got childhood best friend still holding that title with no actions. Oh man. If someone is truly my friend, they check on me often. If I don't hear from them regularly, we're definitely not friends.
And that regular could be even a couple times a year. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to be every day, every week, every month type of thing. But what's keeping the glue together?
This is interesting. Well, you know what? Now that before I play this video that really ties into tonight's title, I'm just looking at it, and I don't think that tonight was ever intended to bring any conclusions. Just some new insights for us to consider, because this friend conversation is much bigger than I thought it was going to be. So this video I'm about to put up now, I posted this video in my story and took a poll on it, and I'll share what that poll was about after the video. It's short, 18 seconds.
We've been dating for 7 years. You're going on a golf trip with my dad. We have a joint bank account. We've been living together for 3 years. We have a dog. And you say we're just friends?
Yeah, that's what I told them.
Do you guys want to split the ceviche or no?
Yes. What? No goddamn ceviche. We've been
What? One more time.
We've been dating for 7 years. You're going on a golf trip with my dad. We have a joint bank account. We've been living together for 3 years. We have a dog. And you say we're just friends?
Yeah, that's what I told them.
Do you guys want to split the ceviche or no?
Yes. What? No goddamn ceviche. We've been
This was a lot of people's reality for Valentine's Day. You know, I think there was people who were expecting girlfriend, fiance. They were expecting something other than what they got, while on the other end, even some men, this is not just a one-sided woman struggle.
not.
Some men are like, I'm just your friend. And you have, again, dating for 7 years, got a dog together, joint bank account, you hang out with their parents. And for me, I'm like, wow. I put the poll up. I said, when do you stop being friends? And not like stop being friends, like we're not friends. When do you get promoted above friend? I said, when you guys kiss, when you become exclusive in dating, when you get married, or when you have sex. And most people voted on that and said, when we become exclusive, we're not just friends anymore. What do you think?
I think that it shouldn't be based on physical action. Where's the god doggone communication? Why we haven't had a conversation about this shit? Why we ain't talked and asked these questions yet? Like, that shit is weird. Like, for Valentine, me and my wife, who I've been with for 5 years, had a talk before Valentine's Day. Like, hey, what are we gonna do for Valentine's Day this year? Our anniversary is the following week. Should we do this? Are you expecting this? What do you want to do? Like, conversation should never stop. No, like, what? The fact that anybody can be bamboozled, that means there's a breakdown in communication somewhere.
So my answer was going to be like, you stop being just friends when you both agree that we're no longer just friends.
Agreed, bro.
If you're thinking that there is a moment that could happen and that should signify that we're not just friends, I would ask, is there a fear associated with verifying that? Just asking a person like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We kissed, or hey, we had sex, or hey, we're exclusive now. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean for you? If you're a person of labels, because you already know how I am when it comes to labels. Now, what happened?
Just looking at this one right here. She said sometimes you have to fill it out.
Oh, Naya, what up?
Sometimes you have to fill it out. Communication is best, but sometimes if that happens, you might have to know my unspoken words. So be a mind reader. I stopped being a mind reader a long time ago when I kept getting it wrong. You know what I mean? It's better. Communication is so much easier. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm thinking that you're saying this, but like I said, I don't want to get it wrong. So can you just tell me exactly what it is that you're trying to communicate? I don't want to assume that we're together because we go on dates every Friday and you're going on trips with my parents without me. I don't want to assume that because we've never had the conversation. So I think now that I'm starting to feel like real feelings, maybe we should have this conversation.
And I think that's the conversation. I'm starting to feel, per how I define friendship, that this is elevated above that for me. So would you say it's healthy for one person to be in a situation with you and their belief is that this is more than a friendship and the other one feels like it's just a friendship and that be okay?
I feel like can it work? Sure. Anything can work, but I feel like it'll work a lot easier if both people were on the same page.
Why?
Because one person is feeling something and wanting something that they can't have, and eventually that's going to take a toll. If this let's say if this girl, let's use you and random. So if this girl is saying, "Hey Donnie, I really want to be with you," and you're saying, "Well, I'm just trying to be friends right now. I'm not looking at you that way," and they're saying, "But I really, really want to be with you. I really, all the other things." Eventually, her not being able to get what she wants is gonna start having an effect on her.
So that wasn't
decides to stay.
That wasn't the scenario that I placed, right? I hear what you're saying. I agree with you.
Oh, maybe I misheard you. Sorry.
So my scenario was if a person I'm with this girl, she's encountered something with me that says this is no longer just a friendship. Maybe it was the fact that I'm really good with her son.
Okay.
She's like, oh, this is not just a friendship for me.
Right.
I'm saying I had fun with you and your son. You guys are both dope, but we're just friends.
Okay.
Can that be healthy?
If she chooses to accept your truth, yeah. But if she chooses not to accept it, if she's still on the path of maybe she says, well, if it's not going to be any more than this, then I don't feel like we should even be.
Don't touch my son if we ain't gonna be more than friends,
brother.
But see,
it's happening in real life.
No, I know. That's why it can be a little bit of funny. But just because this feels like more than a friendship to me doesn't mean it's not saying this feels like a relationship. It's just saying it feels like more than a friendship. And so I wanted to bring that up because if you ever feel like, man, this is more than a friendship, do your best to identify what it is then.
That's good.
And identify what label would then bring your heart and your mind ease to say, oh, I'm more than a friend. I'm a friend with benefits. Or no, for real, because that works for some people. They just don't. They want to take, man, this is special to me. And it's crazy, man. You'd be surprised the labels that some people want to have. Then this is more than a friendship for me. I'm your best friend. This is more than a friendship for me. We're brothers. This is more than a friendship for me. Like, so when that comes up, you don't automatically think that person is saying, oh, shoot, we're exclusively dating. We're in a relationship. Ask them. If it's more than a friendship for you, then what is it? And I think that's where, again, almost anything can become healthy if the right communication is applied to it.
You know me, I'm always go for that one. The right communication. I don't see how. Yeah, I agree. The
And
right
I
communication will get you there.
and I say it that way because you said, like, if it's a requirement for us to feel the same thing and see
Yeah,
it the
then
same way
no.
throughout the course of this relationship, bro, I feel like that's sabotaging. I think that is going to be a hard line to keep
Yeah,
because
somebody's
people
gonna
are
be
living their own
compromising.
reality.
Yeah.
We could be, bro, we could be in the same friendship and live two different realities of that friendship. Your perspective is the only reality that you'll ever know. You're
Yep.
seeing this friendship through the lens of not having a father in your life. And I'm seeing this friendship through the lens of losing my brother when I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying to you? So
Yeah.
it means something different to both of us. We have two different deficits we're operating from. We have two different hopes. And we have two different tanks of gratitude that are filling up because, oh man, you showed up and helped me move. You're not just my friend no more. Well, I'm not gonna feel that way because you didn't come help me move. I came and helped you move. So this is
Bruh.
feeding you in a way that it's not feeding me. Not to compare the two, but what if
Bro.
you held space
So
for that
good.
person to have their reality, their feelings associated with this friendship, even if you're opposite sex, and and they held space for you to have yours? I think it could be healthy with the right communication.
Bro, you hit the nail on the head. I think where people fall short is there has to be, there has to be a certain level of maturity when you start talking about conversations like that.
Yeah, agreed.
Because emotions, they don't need to be taken out completely, but they need to be dialed back in order to hear. Sometimes if the emotions are on 100, then you can't hear what the person is saying. You can only feel, oh, this feels like, or I feel it right now. It don't have nothing to do with that. Just listen to what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
It
That's
can
how
feel
so
like
many.
opposition because you're not saying, yes, I feel the same way, so you must be my ops.
Yep. And because we don't agree or even see things the same way, doesn't mean I'm wrong. Doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means that we don't see things the right way. But that doesn't mean we can't be compatible. There's a lot of
And
things
this
that me
can't
and
be
Janae
healthy.
don't agree with or see things the same as. That don't mean we're not compatible. It means we don't agree on that. And to be honest, bro, I don't feel like I could be in a relationship, homeboy, homegirl, wife, with somebody that we just agree on every single thing, because that means that we damn near the same person. I want to see your different point of view because maybe it'll help me with the situation that I'm dealing with. Just like the podcast. So many times we come on here with a certain view and the viewer will say something or you'll say something or I'll say something and it kind of, oh shoot, I never thought about it that way. But if everybody just a group think and we all think alike, like we all think that there's a girl code that says don't.
Dang.
Full circle, nigga.
That was good. That was good. If you weren't here for the beginning of the podcast, that probably went over your head.
Full circle. Shonda go get me.
She is. So check this out. Vicky said, she said dating, living together, joint account, and shared fur baby. And he said friends. They haven't had any communication since hi, can I have your number?
Ooh.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's so good.
And talking every day and
Listen,
they had no communication.
This is
God, that's good.
This is a great plug for something that I promote often, which is have check-ins. Check-ins are important. Check-ins are intentional times of communication where you can self-regulate before you come in and have your talking points ready that you want to make sure that are conveyed, that are so important that you don't want them to get lost in the shuffle, because you're operating under the awareness that with just doing the day-to-day routine, there's so many things that you will miss saying if you don't take intentional time to say them. And they're necessary for building not just the foundation, but the scaffolding, the framework, and then, you know what I'm saying, the roof, the electric, and the furniture, and all that other kind of stuff. Like the check-ins are a chance for you to, again, I think they're important for a major reason, that you don't just try to jump into a conversation with your partner or your friend when they're not ready, when you're ready only. That also could be very damaging, because now you're ready to talk about it, and because they're not ready, that starts an argument. Hey, Tuesdays at 8 p.m., we're going to get together and have conversations, in-depth conversations. So there may be some things you may not want to hear. So I'm asking you to prepare yourself to hear some things you may want to hear, some things you may not want to hear, and to share some things that are important to you. like that kind of intention, bro, it builds such clarity, and that clarity can build a outstanding relationship, or it can build an understanding of why this relationship no longer needs to exist.
Man, you hit the nail on the head. And what's crazy is that check-in that you said, I didn't start doing that until I was maybe 6 years ago. But now the relationships that I hold, the U's, the Janaes, the Carses, the Keelas, the Asias, you know what I mean? Those relationships that I hold dear, I now see the importance of checking, even if it's a check-in once a month. You know what I mean? We do ours once a week. You know what I'm saying? Me and Janae do ours throughout the week. But the point is, like, relationships can't thrive on just title. And I feel like the way you water that relationship is through these check-ins, it's through these conversations, not just how was your day? How you doing? Like, really in depth, like you said, like, get into the core of things or what's on your mind. It don't have to be super deep all the time, but man, I looking at my relationships that I have now, I can't see how I had friendships or relationships back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I'm doing them now is so much different and so much better.
I got to put this one up. This is healthy conversation, but now there's another reality to it. Niall said, I've also noticed that sometimes guys will say this is my friend depending on who is around. Like if they see somebody they're attracted to and they don't respect their partner, they'll just jump saying, she's just my friend, and shocking shit out of her. So there is a manipulation component that we have to be aware of when people are living together and doing all those kind of things, saying, and you're like, and they're saying, oh, this is just my friend. I think there is a point of where you need to have communication, figure out, well, why do you still see it that way? But then there also might be some manipulation tactics going on there that you will never discover without communication either. So there is no way to get around the communication part of it.
Yeah, it all leads back to it. Now, there are some nuances if the man or the woman lies or something like that. But at the end of the day, all you can do is communicate. And hopefully you're not in a situation where you would somebody that would lie directly to your face anyway. But if you are,
But even the best people, you know what I'm saying? They can they can get bamboozled, they can get tricked. You know what I'm saying to you? Ultimately, though, I think that if you found yourself not receiving what you thought you should have received for Valentine, not getting that proposal, or not getting something that you thought would a gift or a present that signified where you believe you are with this person, before you get upset, ask yourself, have we had this conversation? And I notice sometimes that's harder to say for some people because it's a skill, bro. Words don't just come out your mouth that, are clearly conveyed. You got to practice. Like, I think one of the best ways to learn how to communicate emotions is reading poetry. Read poetry, read books, listen to workshops, hear how people convey things, and start to take notes, because sometimes what you really feel is trapped behind your inability to give language to it. And your relationships are suffering because you don't know how to use the right words or use the right analogies or how to give a parallel situation to bring them into understanding. It matters only so much what you say. The other half is if they understand it, and being able to speak. And it's almost like speaking different language, being able to speak the way an empath would understand it, being able to speak a way a possessive person would understand it, being able to speak a way a traumatized person would understand it. Just having those skills in your pocket are beneficial, because you never know how bad you may want that specific person to know what you're feeling and what you're thinking, and not have the ability or the skill to be able to give language to it so they can understand it, leaves you guys both in confusion and mystery.
Yeah, clip that. That's good. That's really good.
I shall, man. Yeah.
Man, that's really good. All
right.
How long have you, because I know me, how long have you been doing relationships this way with like communication, check-ins, things of that nature?
I say 2017.
Damn, you have an exact year.
I have an exact relationship.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. My 2015 dating talking situation really pushed me over the edge to where, okay, I think I need to do some things different here. I also released my book before the I Do around that time. And so I knew it before I even started really initiating it like as a mandate myself. But 2017, I think, is the year that I really started making it a consistent piece, not just a one-off.
Solid.
Yeah. And it's been extremely helpful.
Yeah.
Man, so with some of the time we have left before we move into our next video, me and my mom had an interesting conversation about Valentine and how, especially in LA or California, and just a difference between how men may see it and how women may see it. And I figured it's a good time to have that conversation as well, because the push from media is I think, and we'll just be open for conversation, it's a woman's holiday.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the push of it. But it's the chocolate, it's the diamonds, it's the gifts.
Yeah.
And so some men, a lot of men that I know, for instance, believe that it's a ploy to get your money. It's a fake holiday. It's like, man, what is this? Why this day? And then some people put up the history of it, from Valentine and helping people get married and all that. But ultimately, the conversation kind of left me feeling and seeing through the lens of a holiday doesn't mean the same thing to every person. And maybe that's a conversation that you have with someone prior to getting serious if holidays are a big deal for you. Because that I've seen now as I look back over the time I spent coaching couples, one of the big issues that couples come up against is the holiday season, how they do Thanksgiving, how available their partner is, how stressed their partner is, what their partner has responsibilities over, how do they do gifts, how do they not do gifts, are you a big birthday person? Like in premarital counseling, I'm learning that these are big conversations that people need to have, because a holiday for, I think, almost everyone creates a certain expectation. And so, yeah. So what would you say about that before I keep going on this long rant?
No. I mean, I hate to sound like a broken record, but it just all falls back on communication, because some people are do or die about holidays. Like, no, my family growing up always celebrated Christmas, always got us presents. We always had a tree. And that's like, in some households, that's like make or break. Like, no, we're going to buy a tree. We're going to decorate the tree, just to use Christmas as an example. And I think that people should not push their views on holidays or not holidays onto other people. You should allow people to be who they are in that space. You know what I mean? If I don't recognize Valentine's Day as something special and I'm in a relationship, hopefully you've communicated to your partner before February 14th that that's the case. They shouldn't have to find out the day of. But at the same token, bro, I can also say on the same hand, you shouldn't have assumed that I was.
So this is why I like this podcast so much, because some people have never thought to communicate ahead of time. Like, they'll just find out, but that can do a lot of harm. But some people like, yeah, it's a holidays. This is how I do it. They're going to learn about me in real time. These pre-conversations,
bruh,
can save you a lot of frustration, bro. Just like, again, we're talking about conversations you have when you're dating. Like, I remember one of the girls I was in a relationship with, holidays was a rough time because of how their family did it and how I was supposed to be enfolded into it. And I was like, I have big responsibilities on the holidays to my family as the man of the family. So I can't be there. And that was a big issue. Because then it's like, well, why are you not putting me first? I said, it's not you, because you can come with me. It's your family that wants to be first also. And so now you had these, well then I guess with this year we're doing Easter at your house, and then next year we're doing Easter at your parents' house. I mean, at my parents' house. And it's like, you got to have these conversations, because that means that you have been this thing for your family for these years, and that's a responsibility, and you have to step away every other year. I'm not saying you can't, but I think it's worth having a conversation, because if you're watching this podcast, it's good to know that we're always coming up with these expectations, even the ones we don't want to necessarily come up with. They're going to start existing. We're going to fantasize about how we want things to be. So it's almost like, communicate about everything, even if you don't think it's necessary.
Yep.
You can be like, this might not be a talk we need to have, but how do you feel about locking the door when you go to the restroom? Because that makes me feel some type of way. It makes me feel like you're hiding something. And you're like, nah, man, it's just a smell that I never want you to encounter. You know, like, have those conversations.
It's so funny, because it makes me think of something that Janae has been doing probably since we dated. When we go into the room, like at night, she takes her purse into the room. Even if she has to get up out of bed, she forgot it. She'll get out of bed, go get her purse, and just bring it back to the room.
Because a gun is in it?
Probably, but that's not why, because there's guns in the room too. Babe, shut up. She said it's because the Aquaphor is in there. I don't know. She hasn't been using. But the point is,
nothing about her lotion, bro. That's a whole different conversation.
No, but the point is just little things, because I used to think that, like, you think somebody in the house think I'm gonna steal something from you, think Denim is gonna steal something, but it wasn't that. You know what I mean? And without conversation, you can let your mind run wild with thoughts, and then all of a sudden I'm acting different when I wake up. Good morning. But why? You ain't even had a conversation. You've allowed your mind to go all the way up the mountain on something that you haven't even talked about with the person that's sitting right next to you.
And I want to say this though with that, because I've been in rooms and I've been in relationships or situations where even the person I thought was the best communicator reached an environment where their tongue was captured and they could not give language like they normally do. And so if you recognize that your partner is not talking to you about something, again, you don't have to get mad. Maybe this time you have to initiate it and say, I can tell something's going on.
There we go, bro.
I can. You haven't been your normal self. Like, it's been a week and something's missed. Like, talk to me. Like,
bro.
If you can't give language to it right now, that's cool. I just want you to know that I'm feeling it, and whenever you can give language to it in your own special way, I'll be here to listen.
I just had that encounter last night, and it's such a good feeling, especially with people that you care about and people that you love, that they know that you're in tune and that you care enough to be able to even just pay attention to your mood is different.
Yeah.
You're not your normal self. It could be tired, it could be sleepy, it could be irritated about something at work, but I recognized it. Yeah, that's
yeah. Because sometimes even the best communicators just don't want to talk.
Bruh, you telling me?
On this podcast.
Listen, brother.
Forcing it.
For sure.
Sometimes you spend 2 hours on a podcast and then your wife wants to have a 2-hour conversation right after.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think just, again, caring about somebody means that considering their capacity.
It does.
You know what I'm saying to you? So when you think about what you want from your person, also think about all that they've given that day. And before you feel like, oh, they neglected me, and so I got to get my portion, care and love is selfless, right? I'm not saying if it's consistently that way that you need to endure it, but there's those one-offs, or maybe that season that's a little tougher for them. That compassion goes a long way, just by considering how much they have to offer and then trying to help them refuel, especially if they're environments that only pull from them.
Consideration just goes such a long way. Consideration can rejuvenate that person. Just the fact that you even asked, you know what, let's go ahead and have this conversation. I'm with it. Just because you was considerate enough to say, hey, we can do this another time.
1000% makes you want to do it right there. It's almost like the girls who don't require you, you know what I'm saying, to pay for things on a date. Like, no, let me pay for it, or at least let me do my half. You're like,
I got it.
because you didn't walk in with this sense of entitlement.
Yep. Now you can get cheese on it.
Now you can get cheese on it. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I want to end with this video, and I think it might be a good plug for next week to see what you think about this, because this is also something that's real when it comes to friends.
And nobody never talks about that one person that you run into in between season and you guys have great chemistry and everything was fire and it just fades away slowly or fastly and there's no bad blood, there's no nothing, but you both remember y'all encounter with each other and was like, dang, maybe at a different time that would have been.
The reason I wanted to play that video is because I wanted to see what you felt about meeting someone. It just wasn't the right time.
Oh.
Do you think that's a real thing, or that just, if it was the right person, it would also been the right time?
Ah, man, that's see, you always ask that secondary question that makes me rethink my initial answer. Damn, because initially I was gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's definitely a real thing." Meeting the right person at the wrong time. I feel like is that, but then that secondary question now has me thinking, because if it was the right person, then whenever you met them would have been the right time.
So maybe
God,
the question is how.
That's annoying. Sheesh.
So maybe the question is fear verifying the right time for you or the wrong time? Is fear the final judge? Because is it the wrong time because you don't feel like you have everything where you want it to be? Or is it the wrong time because the circumstances just don't match up ideally with what you would like to have?
That's good.
Because if so, that may be more fear than bad timing.
Yeah, could be.
Or is it like, dang, I just met you, but I'm on a family vacation and I got to go back to the States? Or you could stay. Yeah, talk about faith, like, and just, or you could stay.
That's such a real thing.
Maybe it was not the ideal time, but I wouldn't say it was the wrong time. Maybe it was just calling you to, maybe it was just calling you to be more creative.
Yeah. That's good, bro. That's good.
Outstanding, man. Ali said definitely a real thing. I've been down that road. We knew each other for 3 years and never told each other our feelings until 6 weeks before I was moving states. But that 6 weeks we shared together was absolutely beautiful. We made the best of it. Yeah, I could have had that conversation 3 years ago, but I understand. I understand, I understand, but I don't condone anymore. My advocacy goes towards say what you feel, because tomorrow's not promised. Pook said, "Oh, absolutely had those encounters, but those doggone assignments will get you each time. Got to check the purpose with God, 1000%, man."
Yeah, that's good.
I can't fight that at all. You better run it past your Lord.
For
Ladies
sure.
and gentlemen, we have reached that time of the podcast where we offer you guys a resource, which is 988. It's a suicide crisis hotline. Some of the things we said tonight, man, maybe you were yelling at somebody yesterday because it didn't go the way you thought it should go. Maybe you were disappointed to a great degree yesterday, and you want to talk to somebody about why you see things the way you see them, why you expect what you expect, why certain things hard for you to communicate. You can get connected to a therapist, a counselor, a support group that can help you work through these things, help you acquire new skills, help you even cleanse your perspective so that your engagements with people in life can be healthier or be more aligned. Reach out. 988 is the number you can call. You can call them, text them, or you can even go online and chat with somebody live. And they're live, they're legit. We've had a few people from the show jump on there and talk to them. They will follow up with you and everything. So that's a resource. Screenshot this. And maybe you don't need it. Maybe you were just trying to counsel and coach your homegirl or your brother who'd had a very disappointing Valentine, and you don't know how to help them. Send them this to 988 so they can get the help that they need. Yeah.
And I know during these times, like well, I'll call it a holiday, but like Valentine's Day, I know that number has been used a lot, because sometimes you just want somebody to talk to. You just at home by yourself, feeling lonely, feeling sad for yourself, and you just need somebody to talk to. It doesn't have to be, and excuse my harshness when I say this, but it doesn't have to be a slit wrist moment. It could just be a moment of, man, I'm all alone in this house. I want to be with somebody. I want to be out with, but I don't got nobody. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to call, man. Who knows? You can find your next best friend.
Never know.
Yes, you do. No such thing.
Who praying out tonight, nigga? We done. I got it. Okay, Father God, immediately help me.
Talk to your Lord.
Nah, Father God, we thank you for tonight's show. I mean, we came on here with the greatest of intentions that maybe some people had a rough day yesterday or it was just a little unfulfilling. I pray, God, that these conversations that me and Mike have candidly and that we engage with the audience in are showing people the power of communication and the need for developing their communication skills. They do wonders, Father God. We just thank you that everybody who showed up tonight got what they needed. And those who will watch this on rebroadcast, Father God, they will also get what they need and take time to really sit with it so that the quality of their life can be enhanced, the quality of their relationships, from their relationship with their children, the relationship with their parents, to their romantic and non-romantic relationships can just be better, Father God. We just hope that people who watch this podcast leave better than they came. Help us stay online, you know what I'm saying, by having donors give to, our cause, and we'll continue to do this work as long as you say so. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
A to the man, brother.
And one last time for everybody who didn't get it the first time around, we are crowdfunded. So if you want to donate to the cause, go to our Cash App, $, maybe this will help. Or you could text us individually or shoot us an email. Maybe this will help podcast at Gmail. Maybe this will help podcast at Gmail. $1, $3, $20, $88, which is what we pay per month, is all appreciated. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight.
2 Chainz.
Can we talk for a minute? Come on and talk to me. I wanna know your name. Come on and talk to me. Come on,
Come and talk to me. I really wanna meet you, girl. I really wanna know your name.
Maybe this will help.